Let's talk about brake dust. What's up, people? I'm going to talk to you about brake dust today. And the fact that I've steered clear of using ceramic pads or anything that was not OEM or semi-metallic over the last 20 years. I'll be honest with you. I've not done a fair comparison. I've just gone on what the experts in the testing world have done, stopping power, stopping distance, etc. I have not done my own personal anecdotal test to see, one, whether or not there's a noticeable difference. So yesterday I was at Dunfab Motorsports and I had them install the Demon Performance 2-piece rotors on the front and back. We needed a brake job done and it was expensive. Holy Christ. I'm going to tell you right now, just for the rotors front and back cost me over $2,600. But moving towards the future, having a 2-piece rotor is a lot better in the sense that when I have to get my rotors replaced, I don't have to do the full package. I could just get the ring now, the disc. So I was going to order OEM pads with that. I also ordered titanium caliper bolts. I've been mentioning that also. But I was going to order just your OEM, you know, Brembo pad that comes with it, the semi-metallic pad. When I started pricing it out, I thought it was ridiculous how much they wanted for the pads. Now I just spent almost $3,000 on rotors, but the pads was what did it for me. It was just like, really? Like, I don't know. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. I wanted to save a little bit of a buck on that. So I decided to try the RB Performance brake pad. Now, Joe Solismo, who's a buddy of mine and runs Solis Racing Group, great guy. I highly recommend his website. It's where I got all my parts. I get a lot of my parts from him. He had these pads on his website. And I just, after I'd ordered the rotors and the rotors came and I got frustrated for looking for a good deal, I'm always looking for a good deal for the OEM pads, I just decided, I said, screw it. I called Joe back and said, you know what? Write me up an invoice for these RB Performance pads. I knew nothing about them, and it was a rushed order in the sense that I didn't do my due diligence, fact-checking, research, none of that. It was my own personal fault. I should have. But I did it anyway. I ordered the pads, and I was like, all right, let's go for it. And then I found out that it'll void your Demon Performance rotor warranty using these particular pads. And I was like, oh, crap. But we went ahead and we had them put on, and let me tell you, it's fine. They're great. Now, I've been driving for 2 hours today. Earlier today, I was at my buddy's detailing shop, June. You guys heard me speak about him many times. You've seen him. He does wonderful work if you're in the Philadelphia area, or if you don't mind driving a little bit to get to him. Great dude. And he, for a cheapest price you'll ever find anywhere around for that level of a detail. And he also went for his very first ride in the Trackhawk. You want to see that? Check this out. Here's June getting a ride in the Trackhawk. June has never gotten, this is my detailer, June. He's never gotten a ride in the Hawk. So we're going to take him for a quick little ride, and we'll put it in track. Get your air on, there you go. It's hot. We're going to take a little sprint. I think we'll go right down Aramingo. Aramingo is always the fastest way to open it up.
You can hear this thing, right? West wind and everything. That's the supercharger, right?
Yeah. I'm going to launch it on green. Yeah. Oh, we broke loose. Holy shit. The wheels were spinning. You feel it?
That shit broke loose.
Yeah, we broke loose a little bit.
That shit was fishtailing too.
Oh, shit.
That shit was fishtailing nice.
Oh, my God.
Well, you hold on to it with one hand too.
No, 2 hands. The phone is mounted, or the camera's mounted. I actually had some guy say that to me on my last video. He was like, not very safe driving with one hand. And I'm like, thanks for your hypocrisy. Appreciate it. Like, everybody that drives does not keep their hands at 10 and 2, 24/7. So beat it. I don't want to hear hypocrites. Let's see if we can get another spot where I can.
I feel like this picks up.
Oh, I know. I'll just turn it around. It'll be a quick little.
Yeah. I feel like this picks up. Because I drove the hubcap 2-door.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, let's just see if we can spin it right here back.
But this been a nice launch too.
Yeah, we're right around 750, I think. Ready?
You didn't really feel the power, how it presses you into the seat. It's crazy. It really hugs you.
Yeah, you get.
It really hugs you, bro.
It's
really
just
push you into the seat.
And Josh's tune now is just that's in track, man. I tell you, that feels so smooth. Like, you know, as it's shifting through the gears, like he's got the what do you call it on point now? The torque.
You can feel the G power. That's what it got. You can feel that. Like it really presses you into the seat, bro.
Yeah, he for 5,500 pounds too. That's the crazy thing. You're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's fucking try.
This is what I'm going to be doing for the next week, just beating on the brakes, getting them, you know, to see.
Yo, but it stops well too.
Yeah, it's
it stops well.
But for the non-semi-metallic, which I thought the OEM would have been a better choice. My mount's bouncing around over here.
It's got a.
Why did they put the cones here for? You know,
because people are got a habit of
blocking there. Yeah. I get it. I'm gonna pull in here anyway because they're
not
here.
Right now.
So, first impressions, cool?
No, bro. You can actually feel this. Nice. You can feel the G power on it too. Everybody hugs you into the seat. Like it pushes you back.
So, after he did the detail, I've been out for the last 2 to 3 hours beating on the car. Literally beating on the car, racing around, driving around, trying to see how well they stop. You know, I haven't gotten it up to triple-digit speeds yet. I haven't taken it to the track yet. Or number 2, how bad the brake dust is. You're going to see that in a minute when I get to my destination, which is my future mother-in-law's house. I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to walk you around. I'm going to show you what the wheels look like. Now, I have gloss black, powder-coated M652s, Avant-Gardes, in case anyone's going to ask. So the brake dust or any dirt will really show on this gloss black wheel. So you guys can get a good idea. Now, I'm telling you, my detail was at 3:30 today. It's 7:30 p.m., 1934 to be exact, Zulu time. All right, you military guys know what I'm talking about. So I've had a lot of miles put on, back and forth shopping. I just stopped at Wawa, had to get myself another Red Bull. We've got some legs on the vehicle. We're gonna see what it looks like. And as far as stopping goes, again, this is anecdotal. I'm not a scientist. I'm not doing peer-reviewed data. You know, I'm not actually driving a certain amount of speed, hitting a marker and jamming on the brakes and getting out with a ruler or a measuring tape. None of that. This is all anecdotal. This is from personal experience, which doesn't mean much in the scientific community. I just want to give you a review and an honest opinion based on no data other than my own personal feelings, okay? These brake pads feel fine. They feel like OEM. I do not notice any type of significant difference as far as stopping power goes. Again, I'll reiterate this. I have not taken it to the track. I have not stood on the brakes with 2 feet in a situation where I've had to or needed it to. But for everyday driving and considering how I drive this car, I drive it hard. I drive it like I rented it, you know, and then I've got full coverage on it. I drive it to have fun, and I don't baby it. That's another thing. I don't go around babying it. So for me to be comfortable with these brakes Because if I wasn't, and if I noticed any type of difference, I'd be on here ranting and raving telling you, I don't like them. Now the disc brakes, the Demon Performance 2-piece, recommend it. I know they're expensive, man. If you got the money put aside and you're saving up for a brake job, skip the OEM discs. Go right with Demon Performance. Wow, not only do they look great, but here's the thing. Now I got 2-piece on the rear also, so you can see in the corner of your screen, I can replace the discs when it's time, rather than the entire rotor, okay? Save a buck down the road, have a nicer looking rotor now, built better, you know, built for racing. And even if you don't race, but if you have a Trackhawk or SRT, you may want to look into these. But, you know, I'm comfortable with them. And if you know anything about Demon Performance, nothing but... Jesus Christ, guy. What the f... Wow. Alright, sorry for that little interruption. Literally just had a guy in a shit-colored pickup truck, and I say shit-colored because this is the best way to describe the color. Plus I'm a little irked. He drove right out in front of the intersection. I didn't have a stop sign. He had a stop sign. He didn't even look. Him or his girlfriend or wife or whoever was in the car with him didn't look. Pulled out in front of me, and guess what? Got a chance to test the brakes, didn't I? Not how I wanted to test them, but was able to come to a very quick stop. So, perfect. I guess perfect for this video. I needed to get on the brakes real hard, and success. So, sun's in my eye now. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I don't feel a difference. Actually, they stopped great. I just had that douche pull out in front of me, and these brakes did a wonderful job. Recommend them. I also think Demon Performance makes their own pads, so look into Demon Performance's proprietary brake pad that they're making, or I don't know if they have one made. My buddy Joe mentioned it to me, so check out that, and their 2-piece rotors also. I recommend those. So that's it. This is my little talk. We're going to get out here in a second, and I'm going to walk you around, and we'll show you what the brake dust looks like. I'm pulling up to the house in about a minute, and we'll get out and we'll walk you around and show you what we got. All right, so we are here. We're going to walk you around and show you what the wheels look like now after, wow. Oh, I got to show you this. I've been driving around now. There's some water spots and all, but there's a little bit of tiny dust. Now, that's the front, okay? You see that? Same dust on the rear. Very minimal. Here comes the rest of my family pulling up. So look at how the front look like the rear now. That's actually amazing. I'll take you around to the other side. That's crazy. Yep, we are good to go. So now the front, the amount of dust created by the pads on the front is no different than the rear. All right, like I said, you judge for yourself and make your own decision. But that's all I got today. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the little bell notification next to that. Down here, if you would, click subscribe. Last but not least, that's all I got. I'm out.